My vocals sound weak, they're small in the mix, but I've got 4 tricks to make them sound thick. By the end of this vid, you'll know what to do to make your vocals sound massive too. Okay, so that's the difference between a weak vocal and a huge one. And the good news is you don't need expensive gear or a fancy studio to get that kind of sound. It all comes down to 4 simple tricks that you can use right now to make your vocals sound big, professional, and powerful. Let's dive into trick number 1. You can hear me now, but wait till the music is loud. Can you hear me now? Whoa, 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 stop. I'm getting buried here. That's why you need to use compression. Compression will make it so your vocal cuts through the mix and doesn't get buried by the music. Oh, let's give it a shot. You can hear me now, but wait till the music is loud. Can you hear me now? I'm cutting through, oh yeah. If your vocal is sounding weak, the number one thing you can do to fix it is use compression. Compression will raise up the quiet parts and bring down the louder parts, so the overall volume of your vocal is more even. Every DAW comes with a stock compressor, so whether you're using Logic Pro, FL Studio, Ableton, Pro Tools, you name it, they have a compressor that you can use. Make sure you apply it to your vocal chain and set the threshold so it catches the loudest peaks. Just don't squash it too hard. If the vocal starts sounding flat and lifeless, ease back on the threshold. Then add a little bit of makeup gain to bring the volume of the whole vocal back up. And now the loud and soft parts are balanced and the vocal sits perfectly on top of the music. Without compression, my voice disappears. But with compression, it's loud and clear. There's nothing wrong with single tracking your vocals, but if you record yourself singing it again, it'll sound a lot thicker and fuller. One vocal take can sound totally fine, but watch this simple trick. A double track of the exact same line makes the vocal sound nice and thick. Whoa. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to double tracking a vocal, I found that the best method is to have the lead vocal panned dead center and have it nice and loud. Then you're gonna record the exact same thing again, also panned dead center, but quite a bit quieter. The trick is to put it through a stereo imager to give it some width. Think of it like spreading the sound out left to right, while the main vocal stays strong in the middle. This will go a long way in helping the double track blend into the lead, so it sounds like one huge vocal performance. By itself, this double track sounds weird and kind of weak. But add in the lead vocal line, and it will sound complete. Whoa. Recording vocals is just like painting a wall. Sometimes one layer is enough, but if you start to hear weak spots, adding a second layer makes all the difference. Down a whole octave is really low. Up a whole octave is falsetto. But when it's all together, it'll steal the show when you layer in some octaves with your lead vocal. Adding octaves to your vocal lines is a guaranteed way to make them sound huge. And it works in literally any genre. Pop, rock, hip hop, worship, whatever you're making. If your lead vocal is low, try singing the exact same melody an octave up. If your lead vocal is high, try singing it an octave down. Either way, an octave will make a huge difference in the quality of your vocal. When you mix it together, it's best to do it in a way that's subtle. It shouldn't jump out and be super obvious. You want it to melt into the lead, so it sounds like one voice. Adding an octave is something you should definitely try. Adding an octave either low or high. Adding an octave helps your vocals really shine. Octaves will give your vocal depth and dimension, and once you start stacking layers like this, the melody really begins to pop. This is what it sounds like with no harmonies. This is what it sounds like with one harmony. This is what it sounds like with 2 harmonies.
is what it sounds like with 3 harmonies. This is what it sounds like with 4 harmonies. They thicken up your vocals and strengthen melodies.
Harmonies are one of the fastest ways to make your melody pop and make your vocals sound huge. You can stack harmonies over the whole melody like I just did, or sprinkle them in on certain phrases. A safe move is to add them to the end of your lines. It basically always works. Also, if you're trying to come up with harmonies, try not to overthink it. Even just a simple third or fifth above the main melody can make a huge difference.
Be deliberate about where you put your harmonies. Keep in mind those very lines will have more energy. Whoa.
I know that vocal harmonies can be overwhelming, which is why I put together this video right here, explaining the 5 vocal harmonies that every musician should know. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in that video.